Recording has started, madam.
Yes.
So good afternoon once again, madam. Shall we start?
Yes, yes.
So good afternoon to all present in this online meet. We are very glad to get ourselves connected with Dr. Sunita Sharma, speaker of today's online session. And the session is on preparing small businesses and industries for adapting sustainable practices. But before we start our session, let me give a brief introduction of today's speaker. Dr. Sunita Sharma is in charge Dean of Faculty of Management Studies, MS University of Baroda. Madam is science graduate with diversified qualifications. She has earned degrees like the LLB, LLM, Masters in Personal Management, and PhD in the area of corporate governance. She has more than 35 years of rich experience in both academics and the corporate world. To her credits, she had won various awards, published and presented many research papers at national and international forums. Her area of interest is HR, OB, and general management, and specifically in the area of corporate governance and sustainability. Dear Madam, we feel privileged that you are acting as a mentor for our MAP project on the theme sustainability. We are very much thankful to you for this and we welcome you on behalf of Narmada College of Management. Students, this is the golden opportunity for us. Let's take maximum benefit and learnings from her session. Over to you, Madam.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
I'm not able to see that if any faculty members have joined this or not. So, in the absence of that knowledge, I give my heartfelt thanks to the organizer of this event and also Tripti Madam for giving me this opportunity to interact with the young people, young students who are going to be the torch bearer of the sustainability in the era to come. Sustainability, as we all think that sustainability means that on a long term, we need to survive. And there is nothing new. Then why so much ho halla on sustainability now? Because in the past, when we were talking about the sustainability, we were talking about our success. But now, when in the present era, when we are talking about sustainability, we are talking about our survival on a long term basis, and that too with success. Now, when you are doing a business, my point is always to make a profit, right? But then, if I'm making the profit, I must also look after the people who are working for me. I must look after the resources from where I'm drawing the various resources for my business. Therefore, when you are having a big organization and big money, then such things are very, very easy to get it. But when I don't have money, when my business is small, when I'm just a medium scale or small scale industry, it is very difficult to comply with certain things on which my survival is based on. For an example, if I have to attend my office daily, then I have to reach on time and I have to exit on time. So, for my sustainability in the organization as an employee, my going and my coming to the office and going back has to be on the time. So, that is my compliant behavior. But when I'm coming on time and I'm leaving even after the office hours, by doing certain activities which will put my work in a better, in excellent manner, then I will be called as a engaged person, right? So when I'm engaged, I'm a better employee. I'm a responsible employee. But when I'm talking of just on time going and on time coming, then I'm going for my compliant behavior. So when you are having compliant behavior, somewhere, sometime you may miss the bus. Okay. Sometime I may come 5 minutes late. Sometime I may go 5 minutes earlier. So my punching time has to be on time. But if I am an engaged employee, even the uh, promoters or my employer will not look at me कि इसका टाइम हम लोगों को नोट करना चाहिए क्योंकि ये एकदम डॉट टू डॉट आता जाता है. Even if you are doing dot to dot going and coming, fine. But if you are missing by 1 or 2 minutes, then the problem will start. But when you are engaged employee, nobody will look at your time because they already know that this person will do his duties properly. So right from there, when we go to the businesses, in that you need to showcase your responsible behavior rather than just a compliant behavior. Compliance is necessary. I don't say that don't be a compliant person. Your first stage of sustainability is a compliance behavior. All my checkbox has to have a tick in each of the aspect that my employees are happy, then my stakeholders are happy, my customers are happy, and everything. Okay. Now I'll take a small example of you just let me know just one example which business we should tackle with next 5 to 10 minutes. Just give me one business which you feel that okay, my day to day interaction with that type of business is on a routine basis. Any business you can give me.
Waste management.
Khushbu, Khushbu or Vishwajit or Jaimini, anyone can give me one business, then I can tell you that how they can go for the responsible behavior. चलो आप नहीं बोलोगे तो फिर मैं अपने तरफ से एग्जांपल ले रही हूँ, ठीक है?
Yeah, Jaimini wants to say something.
Which one? ये MIS NICM वाला जरा आप लोग बंद कर दीजिए इसको.
Yeah, madam, this is my post.
ये इसका माइक. हाँ. Now Jaimini, tell me. Which one? I didn't get. Can someone repeat it?
Madam, she said waste management.
Waste management. Okay. Now, waste management is a thing wherein our honorable prime ministers talk about the wealth from waste, right? So, if I have a waste management company with me, that is a small scale one, my first target is what, where my company is situated. At least that particular area has to be waste free, right? Now, how I can do that? I can always go to the people who can pick up the waste from and in and around that company, and I can make that particular area plastic free. As far as my company is located at a geographical area, there I can make the things plastic free, garbage free. I can make the awareness uh, within my area location to have the garbage collected in two different dustbins. One is the dry waste, and one another one is a wet waste. So wet waste, I will use it for creating manures, and the dry waste I can then further segregate it to you can say the plastic, then the woods, maybe so many other things which you can recycle. Okay, recycle, reuse, these are the words which will make your company more sustainable on a longer uh, timeline. So when I'm talking of the survival of the small scale industries, I'm talking about my first step, that is first of all the compliance, that I'm complying with all the legal issues pertaining to my industry. So that is my first step. My second step will be that once I have tick mark in all the compliant behavior, like I'm paying the employees on time, I'm keeping my stakeholders happy, I'm keeping them satisfied rather than happy. I'm keeping them satisfied. I'm also not making any noise in that area. So I'm a good citizen. My company should show good citizenship behavior. And lastly, I am complying with all the government rules and regulation, paying the tax and all those things. So even if you miss one of those things wherein you have to comply, you will not survive for a longer time period, and the government officials will make the life of small scale industries hell. But then the question comes that if I have to comply with so many things, I require a lot of money. No doubt you require money. Okay, you have to prepare for that. In your break even, you have to calculate that what will be the cost of compliance. And after calculation of all those things, then you find out that what will be your profitability. So my first task will be to look after the planet, then my people, and lastly my profit. Now, why I say last the profit? Because you may say that the business are there to make the profit. So why you are bringing the planet first and profit at the last? Because profit without a good citizenship, or profit without compliance, will lead to profiteering, and profiteering is always a negative as far as ethics is concerned. So compliance behavior, even if you have to shell out little bit more, but be compliant. That is the first mantra to be to have a long-term sustainability. You may not make big money initially, but when you are having the ethical behavior as far as the compliance is concerned, I think slowly the government official will also come to know that no, we can't touch this industry because they are a compliant company. I have been into the corporate sector in my during my initial periods, wherein my GM used to say that we are in hotel industry, and in hotel industry, whenever the inspector is coming, we need to just give them 500 rupees and get rid of everything. So I said that it's better to comply with the rules and regulation instead of giving 500 rupees to the inspector. Then he said, no, 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 it is such a big list. We won't be able to comply. So then I told that I am here to comply with the labor legislation. So I will look after it and you don't worry. But what happened while complying, one or two points we missed out, and because of that, the inspector started writing in the books. So my general manager, he intervened and said कि आपको कितना पैसा चाहिए आप ले लो लेकिन ये सब मत लिखो हमारे इसमें. So I told sir, let him write that, and then I will make him write that we complied with that thing. So these are the things that people feel that if something is written by the government official, it goes negative against us. But if you take that positively, you can understand one thing, that whatever has been written, you might have missed that thing, and then you can make the inspector right that yes, they complied with that. So slowly you will come to know that now you have become a compliant industry at least, right? So this is the first step, and I think that giving having a compliance behavior is not a bad thing at all. So, in adapting sustainability, I have seen many petrochemical companies, wherein people don't comply with the with how to maintain the stock of chemical and petrochemical stock, and when they don't comply or they miss somehow, the next day there is a big fire in the industry. So when you try to save smaller money, you may land up in having a huge losses. So to contain that huge loss and then the closure of the company, it is always better to keep on spending a little bit on your compliance part than the full closure of the company. Okay, so this is my first interaction. So I think that when you are doing the project, at least you take up the compliance part, the first one. Okay, you go to any industry, you read out regarding that industry what are the laws available, right from the labor laws, or you can take one aspect. You can take up the environmental compliance behavior of the company, and then can have a questionnaire floated to the nearby companies, whichever industry you are taking, and then study that are people doing compliant behavior at least for the sustainability. Okay, you can take labor law. Someone can take labor laws that are people compliant as far as the liberalization is concerned. Or you can also have a questionnaire on ethical issues. जैसे हम लोग अटेंडेंस देते हैं 100% अटेंडेंस, बट my physical presence is not a guarantee of my mental presence also, right? So physical presence is my compliant behavior, mental presence is my responsible behavior. Understood?
Yes.
If someone asks some question, you can go ahead with it.
I invite students and audience to put up the question in front of the mentor. Any question? I'll just share, madam. We have the MAP project under our GTU curriculum, and
Okay.
5 students are allotted for each theme. So I have been given a theme of sustainability, and that too we need to work for medium and small size industries. I have been allotted 5 students, and these 5 students are required within the 1 month period. That means before Diwali vacation, they need to approach small scale businesses. They need to study them and what type of sustainable practices we can make them aware so that they can start working in this area. So that is our whole project all about. So yes, we have definitely got some inputs from your session, guidance, and based on this, we can set up the action plans. As you correctly said, that very first
You
step.
you can also divide 5 areas of sustainability, and
Yes.
can give one area to each of the student. One will look after the labor law sustainability point of view. Another one can look after the environmental sustainability point of view.
Hmm.
One another can come up with the corporate governance sustainability.
Hmm.
So, and then product stewardship you can take.
Yes.
Okay, I mean ethics, that is a part of ethics. So you can take 5 broader area and give one to all 5 students,
Hmm.
and then they will understand. They will do the project one each on different area, and
Yes.
send them to the same industry or maybe different industry.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Now
one is
I.
doing
Hmm. Yes,
one may
please.
be doing in pharma, one may be doing in chemicals, one may be doing in what do you say, manufacturing, one may be doing non-manufacturing, one may be doing in IT industry. Even IT
Okay.
industry you can take up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now, question is, ma'am, like I think that we are going to face various challenges because, students, when they will put up questionnaire to these small scale businesses,
Hmm.
so they will not be it would be taken as a confidential, and I think they will not be able to share us as much information that we needed for our project. So, if you just can guide our students that how to make them convince on this.
No, actually, you must approach the companies with the attitude that we are collecting this data to help you. That what the industries are doing and what they should do. So we may call for a conference or maybe a small get together wherein we will be telling you that where you missed the bus. So we are not going to show it individually. The data will be analyzed on the basis of cumulative data, not one company. So you can convince them this way.
Yeah, so very first stage, I think before putting a questionnaire, also the very first stage is to interact with them and to make them convince about our
Yeah.
project.
And don't make the big questionnaire. Just you make 1 to 2 pages so that they can, give the report very
Correct.
fast. Yeah. So one
Correct.
to two pages is more than enough. Should not put more than 15 questions at a time because then thereafter people they lose their patience actually.
Yes, madam. Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So,
So
students, any question you have, you may put up, please, because this is your project. We will just give you guidelines, and you have to actually work. So, any type of questions you are having, you can just put up in front of madam.
Rashmi, may I leave because I have another program right now waiting
Yes,
for
madam.
me.
Thank you so much for your inputs, and thanks a lot for sparing time. And I just want to invite one of our student, Prachi Singh, to give the vote of thanks.
Okay. And in case you have any problem, you
Hmm.
can always connect with me that we are not able to understand certain things. I'll be able to give whatever the inputs I will be able to.
Yes, yes, madam. Yes.
Okay.
We
Okay.
are very privileged and happy to have you as our mentor. So,
Thank you.
Prachi, please, vote of thanks.
Good evening. I practicing before you today to extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation on behalf of Namita College of Management. I would like to express our deep gratitude to Dr. Sunita Sharma, whose presence and words of wisdom have enriched our gathering today. Thank you, ma'am, for all the guidance about sustainability and compliance you provided to us. It will help us throughout our project. I would also like to thank Ms. Rashmi Ghamawala for organizing such an informative session for enhancing our knowledge to broader perspective. Last but not the least, let's not forget our wonderful audience. Your engagement and interest in that inspiration here today are what truly make this moment special. In conclusion, today would not have been possible without the collective effort, support, and enthusiasm of all involved. Let's continue to work together and create more memorable moments like this in the future. Thank you and have a fantastic evening.
Thank you.